Hello and welcome to even more promo material for Titus Andronicus. You may have been hearing that our director has been selling it as pretty much Shakespeare's Game of Thrones. And today we are here to really put that idea to the test. I've got Ben, who is going to be going into bat for
Game of Thrones.
And Ralph, who will be going into bat for
Titus Andronicus.
Yes. Warning, spoiler alert. This segment will spoil things about Game of Thrones, and it will also spoil things about Titus, the 400-year-old play. Who does it better? Family feuds.
There's a lot of family feuds in Game of Thrones. I mean, we've got 7 kingdoms, each run by a separate family, and they're constantly at it. There's backstabbing and revenge and betrayals and intrigue. But there's always something going on, so I mean, there's
7 kingdoms. That is 5 more kingdoms than what you will find in Titus. Ralphie.
right.
It's true, but Game of Thrones takes its fine time, whereas Titus Andronicus, within the first 2 speeches of the play, you have 2 brothers as rivals to be emperor, and moments later you have a father maiming his son.
That is very true. There is much maiming. Intrigue. Who does it better?
intrigue.
Titus Andronicus, of course, has the Shakespearean trope of, is he mad or is he crazy like a fox?
Yes.
And Game of Thrones has who's working for who. What does this person want? What are these characters trying to achieve? Like Varys, what's his deal?
We have Aaron, who of course is up to some devious plotting and is wrapping everyone around his little finger.
Puns. I didn't put in a warning for puns, guys. Warning, there may be puns. Who does it better? Cannibalism.
Ooh, okay. Well, in the latest season of Game of Thrones, Arya actually bakes Walder Frey's sons into a pie and then feeds them to him.
Yeah.
That's pretty ruthless, I must admit.
Except that is a direct lift from 400-year-old play Titus Andronicus, in which 2 sons are baked into a pie and served to their mother in a scene that makes the Red Wedding look like afternoon tea.
Well, this is really difficult. So both things have used the same mechanism. I mean, does it come down to like how delicious was each pie? How do we know who did it better?
Well, spoiler alert, we're in the pie, and I back myself as a pretty delicious pie filling.
They are delicious.
Yeah.
Next is dismembering.
Dismembering. Well, there's the classic case of Jaime Lannister gets his hand cut off and then he's wearing a golden glove the whole time and he can't fight anymore, he's got to use his other hand and he's training. Yeah, he's handless, he's got a golden hand, and that's kind of becomes who Jaime Lannister is. He's the man with the golden hand.
I can also think of like a lot of other dismembering.
And there's also Theon Greyjoy, who loses parts.
And
Bits
like
and
also
bobs. And Varys loses bits and bobs.
and also the like entirety of
there's a whole
army of dismembered gentlemen.
Yes, that is true. The Unsullied.
That's it, the Unsullied.
Unsullied.
Yes.
They're other things.
Yeah.
Well, thankfully for the cast, there aren't any Unsullied in Titus Andronicus.
Not yet.
But the whole thing does sort of roll out as paper, scissors, stump, because hands are dropping left, right and centre.
They are left, right and centre. Oh, who does it better? Being buried alive.
The only thing I can think of doing buried alive in Game of Thrones is the closest thing that is not actually truly being buried alive, but in the Battle of the Bastards, Jon Snow is found under a pile of about 300 men on top of him, and it's almost as if he's drowning in people, which is kind of quite an action. He's digging his way out of the people and eventually emerges and goes.
Titus Andronicus ends with the image of a man being buried up to the neck and left to rail with no one coming to feed him or help him.
2 of my favourite things. Who does it better? Sex and nudity.
There's no sex and nudity in Game of Thrones.
No.
No.
You fast forward this.
Hang on.
It's just not what Ben's into.
Yeah.
I have it on good authority that Ben is going to be wearing a midriff revealing top.
A midriff revealing top.
So
there's going to be a lot of nudity from here to here.
very specific nudity.
Yeah. Okay. Quick fire, guys. Quick fire. Dragons.
Yes.
No.
Can you get all of Game of Thrones in 2.5 hours?
No.
No.
Might I get blood on my face in Game of Thrones?
If you do, you're watching it wrong.
Titus, yes, you might.
Titus wins out on blood. It is a very limited 2-week season, so book now at www.courttheatre.org.nz.